Well, we didn't really expect that to happen, did we? But it's amazing! Welcome, guys, to the September update channel vlog, where I am actually hype, as you can probably see. So this update is going to be all over the place, trust me on that. I wasn't expecting this, and now my mind's gone hype crazy because it's just what it means, and I will talk about that later, just to tease you even more. But this direct cycle is so good. Oh my god. I love the way that they've changed the emphasis completely. No longer the time of Nintendo Directs being all these games compiled into like a 30-40 minute presentation. Games that won't be out for like 2 years, 3 years. I'm speaking Metroid Prime 4. Sadly, we don't know anything about when that will come, but we know it is coming, and that's great. But with games like that, even though I really want to play them, I have to compartmentalize them and be patient. So therefore, I don't actually build any hype for them. Now Nintendo do different things. Now for like Paper Mario Origami King, released within 2 months of the announcement, we had, of course, a certain 3D All-Stars collection. Oh, that's coming out in just over 2 weeks, is it? Oh, okay, yeah, that's cool to do an announcement now, finally. Of course, it was heavily rumoured for ages, but still. And now this, again, within 2 to 3 months. This is the way forward, definitely, for announcements, and I hope this is what they do for the future. Don't tell us about a game. Keep it secret, really do. And then drop it and say, oh yeah, it's coming out in 2 months, by the way. And it's like, oh my god, that's coming out in 2 months? I can't plan ahead, and that's terrible for a Let's Player, but this is great. This is amazing. This is how I want my games drip-fed to me from now on. I don't want to know about what's going 4 years in the future. Give me what's coming out in the next 2 months, and make me wait for it, and then surprise me, and that's how you can get me. So, channel update vlog, which this is supposed to be. So on the Wednesday, of course, Grandia is continuing. On the Saturday, we have Shin Megami Tensei 4. And on Sunday, we're playing the Becca cooperative Let's Play of Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles for a bit of nostalgia for those who actually picked it up back in the GameCube days. A lovely remaster there. Maybe not the best online fare you could ever have, but we make it work and we make the experience work, as you can see in the videos themselves, and we have a lot of fun playing it. 2 of those games, well actually probably 3 of them really, 2 of those games for definite, Grandia and Shin Megami Tensei 4, are in the end game now. We are very high level on one of them. We are very much at the end game of the story at the other one, as my wife of course has played the game, though I haven't, so I don't know when it's ending. She says it might end next time, it might end in 2 weeks. We'll find out. But it does feel that way story-wise after all, considering, you know, it's a 2-disc game. So that might be ending soon. I don't know what's going to take. Let's just actually focus on the Wednesday. So Wednesday might be Grandia, followed up by Celeste, if we were going to say, as a roadmap. Trying to maybe finish up the last bits of the game, the final seaside, and a little bit more, because I did do the seasides on another stream recently. We spent 4 hours on one single screen that you guys on YouTube have not yet seen, and it will be heavily edited down when I do, because I want to get everything ready and then do like the final episode or 2, which is all it's going to amount to, that 4 hours. It's crazy, but yeah, it was an experience for the guys on the Twitch who follow me every day, and they just watched it all, and it was crazy. But we might go to Celeste, and then we might end up on the Wednesday doing Shin Megami Tensei 4 Apocalypse, the sequel to Shin Megami Tensei 4, which I was originally planning to do on the Saturday. However, with games being announced, which are very important to the channel, let's put it that way, because you know me, I've done like all the Zelda games-ish, nearly all of them, and I've done all my Mario RPGs now, so that just leaves platformers. So we are looking for games to branch out into or play, and yes, things are coming. So that's how the Wednesday might end up. Grandia, a little bit more Celeste to finish it up finally, and then Shin Megami Tensei 4 Apocalypse. We'll see how that turns out. Saturday. No, let's do Sunday. Let's skip to Sunday. Sunday, Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles will probably last 2 weeks or so more on the stream. We'll see if it finds out, which leaves us a gap between that and, of course, the end of October, where we've had long since penciled in the next installment of the Trails series. Trails of Cold Steel 4 is coming out then, and we will definitely be covering that. Now, looking at how long a Trails game lasts means that it will last through to the, January, February time of 2021, at which time East 9 comes out, so it looks like Sunday will be very much locked on Neon Falcon for a period of time. So we're talking the Sunday stream being, or the Let's Plays coming out on the YouTube coming from the Sunday stream, being Trails of Cold Steel 4 and then East 9. But maybe something in the middle between that. I don't know what that'll be. So this is why I can't give you exact release dates down the side this time. It's kind of tentatives. These are what we're going to play. It's just how we fit it all in at this point. And so that brings us to the Saturday. If I finish Shin Megami Tensei 4 this week, which I'm hoping to do, or I'm hoping to facilitate, let's put it that way, next week, of course, Mario 3D All-Stars comes out, which is very interesting indeed. A 3-part remastered collection, upscaled and all that we can just play on the Nintendo Switch. I'm going to be doing Let's Plays of all 3 over time, but for the first one I'm thinking of starting off with Mario Sunshine. So that's the first one we most likely be playing out the collection. That's the one I have the most fond memories of. I never actually owned Mario 64, interestingly, because all my friends actually owned it. So, you know, when you've got loads of friends who all have the game, why buy the game yourself? You borrow that game and you play it that way, and they borrow one of your other games in the middle of time. So, you know, it's that bit of a sharing is caring when you were younger after all, to be able to play all the games you wanted to play. So I never owned Mario 64. I do own Sunshine and Galaxy. And of those, I'm just most excited to play with Flood again and all the movement and all the options that gave. And in the lovely Pinata Isle, just send me there yet again. That's what we'll be doing next. So that's probably the next Let's Play to start up. The next fresh new Let's Play to start up. Though, of course, Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles is fresh and new at the moment. God, hope you're enjoying it. But anyway, then that leads on to probably not lasting till November 20th. Which, of course, Hyrule Warriors, Age of Calamity. Oh my god, what a brilliant idea. It is so good. Oh my god, Eiji Aonuma just went, hey, Koei Tecmo. Hey, there's this great idea. You know, like we've got this game called Breath of the Wild, right? It's got these 4 champions that, you know, in the main story, they never got to show what they could really do to the full extent. And they all have these different weapons and stuff, and these different powers. And then we got Link, and then we got Zelda. They got, you know, different powers. And then there's possibly Impa. And, oh, there's this gigantic world of all these different areas, like volcanoes and water, with, like, these battle arenas. And there's this Calamity Ganon, who basically is waging a war on the Hyrule Kingdom, which kind of sounds like the setup for a Warriors game. You know, multiple characters, different weapons, different playstyles. So why about you do that and we'll make it canon? We'll help you do it, and it will be actual canon and a prequel to Breath of the Wild in probably the coolest way that could possibly happen. Yeah, sounds like a great idea. Yeah, thank you for printing money. That's what this idea is, and that's coming out November 20th. I'm super hyped for it in the way that, like, I've never been before. For it, like, legitimately, even like waiting for my Christmas present of Ocarina of Time, getting to play like my first, you know, Zelda on the N64, and waiting and then sneaking out of my parents' bedroom and playing it before and all that, you know, bad boy. I've never been this hyped because I just think it could legitimately be, even though it isn't technically a mainline Zelda, though it's gonna be in the timeline, it's gonna be canon hopefully. It could be the best Zelda game ever. That's how I'm feeling as of the announcement. Because of where the story will take you during that, the bits we already know about the story, the plot points that could be shown as an actual bit you play through. Just imagine. You're playing through the game, you're playing through the story, you're losing places bit by bit, right? The divine beast going down, or whatever it is that happens. See, memories. My memory's bad. Your friends, your compatriots, the other champions, falling by the wayside during the story. One by one, your players, the playing ground, the playing field gets thinned down. The champions you have lower and lower as the oppressive forces of Calamity Ganon march ever closer to the castle. That moment where you're playing in battle as Link and you don't know quite when it will happen. You know the time's approaching, but you're playing as Link. And that fatal blow gets struck. The one that will take him down. Zelda swoops in to try and take him away. Crying, facing off against the final obstacles on the way to that shrine to store his body so that he can be revived 100 years in the future, and then marching off on her own to the castle to seal Calamity Ganon. Playable, cutscenes mixed in. I don't think there's been anything quite like it thus far in a Zelda game. And I think it could be legitimately the best gameplay experience alone. But if they fill it with story, because it's canon, the way that they could do, it could be the best Zelda, hands down. And it's not even a Zelda, like a mainline The Legend of Zelda title. It could be. It just depends how it's handled. Obviously, it probably will not reach the standard that my mind is right now, because I don't usually get hype about games. So I'm on a hype mind. I'm on hype brain right now. But just imagine that sequence. Just that sequence. But not just that sequence, because you get to see the falling of all those champions. Those moments finally before your eyes. And all the other things that shape for everything going pear-shaped. The Yiga clan. The Gerudo. Just everything. I hope you're as hype as I am, because I'm definitely playing that on November 20th. And it's going to be, of course, on stream the next day, November 21st, because that'll be the Saturday. I hope you join me for both the stream and the YouTube Let's Plays. That's what we've got coming, guys. Maybe Shin Megami Tensei 4 Apocalypse takes over on the Wednesday. We got Sunshine going into Zelda, Hyrule Warriors, Age of Calamity. Sunday, we got Trails of Cold Steel 4, a long-running story that we've been doing over the last few years. And then East 9 after that. It's going to be amazing. I hope you join me, and I hope you enjoyed this channel update, because this is the knowledge like you don't normally see him. So I'll see you guys in the future for that. Maybe an actual channel update that sets this more in stone rather than ifs. Well, you know, like, I don't know exactly when's and how this is all going to fit together. But the future of the channel looks bright, doesn't it? And do you know what's the worst thing or the best thing, depending on your perspective? They're definitely not done with their announcements, Nintendo. We haven't actually had an actual in-house Nintendo game announced for this Christmas window. They don't even have to at this point, really. Like, I wouldn't be upset. But it's probably going to happen. So what is it going to be? And how do I fit it in? This is a Let's Player's nightmare and joy all at the same time. I'm hype. I hope you're hype. I'll see you guys around for more. Enjoy the Let's Plays until all those come out. I'll see you guys around. Bye-bye.